Abusheni ma-Africa, asante kwa kutazama King Said So. Ladies and gentlemen, many of you send me a video of the former Gauteng chairperson of the Economic Freedom Fighter, former provincial legislature member from the Economic Freedom Fighters, Sisi Mandisa Mashego. She was at the Hustlers Corner at what we call the Nota Mondays, and the things that woman allowed to fly out of her mouth. Yo. Again, I want to say I applaud Nota, because Nota is being seen as a loose head. Many people view him like that. I applaud Nota for keeping his cool when he was insulted the entire video. Insulted. I must say, he was supposed to defend himself at some point and defend African people, because it is people like Abu Mandisa and that artificially generated AfriForum podcaster Ukatleho who continuously want us as black people to feel inferior to the African people. And I want us to break down just a short clip of what rubbish was flying out of that waste of space called Usisi Mandisa. I'm so disappointed in her. A former EFF member, former EFF leader, reasoning like this, coming out straight to say, I love AfriForum. Yo, let's talk about that, Paseta, and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one, and we're talking Usis Mandisa Mashego, who was at the Hustlers Corner with the Nota, insulting Nota the entire time. Our poor Nota. Our poor Nota, trying to remain respectful. Nota, you are just supposed to do what you do best, my brother. You are just supposed to drop the knowledge that you continuously drop all the time. Before we do that, let's get into the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. We're having a gala dinner, you guys know, on the 2nd of May. Time is running out for people that want to book tickets and accommodation. Time is running out. Make sure that you book your tickets right now by going to www.paseta.co.za so that you avoid any disappointment, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to each and everyone who said, King, I might not be able to come, but let me send a contribution so that the gala dinner can be successful. Here's a 50 rand, here's a 100 rand, here's a 200 rand, here's a 300,000 rand. Thank you so much for all the people with their little contribution. They go a long distance. Thanks again to Mr. Mike Khadebe, who has started a campaign of buying one pellet per person to donate to the school. So thank you so much for Mike Khadebe. If you also want a certificate of partnership with Paseta, make sure you buy a pellet. It's only 1,000 a pellet of 1,500 rand, and we will send your certificate of gratitude to you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Before I do everything or anything, let me play the Paseta hit song. We've got a new song in Paseta. We've got a new song, so I just want to play it for you guys so that you guys can enjoy Afro Noval's song.
We are building this class of education for the black nation. We are building quality education without colonization. Africa, Africans come together. Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, for those who will be coming to the gala dinner, you'll be watching Afro Novel perform this song, and we'll be dropping it on all music platforms very soon. We're still busy fixing everything. Thank you so much to our brother Afro Novel, who has decided to write a song without being asked for paseta. We've got him, and we've got Rabi, the poet, who will be performing also. He also wrote a poem for paseta, so that is fantastic news. So let's start with Usis Mandisa Mashego. Mandisa Mashego, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we still have a long way to go as Black South Africans. Some of the things that she says, there's a reason why she's saying that, because of her lineage as an African person. You know, these African people who've got the white lineage in their bloodline, now they think that they are not African, or they think that they can speak for white people or defend them for that matter, and all those things. So she's one of those people. You find it mostly with colored people also, where they want to defend a white lineage in their bloodline, but white people will never accept or will never put them on the same pedestal as themselves. White people will never allow them in the spaces where they say only African people. And we've got people like Mrs. Mandisa who risen like a chicken. Just listen to what she said to Nota. Just listen to this.
Do you think AfriForum are racist or not?
I love AfriForum.
You don't think they're racist?
Listen, indoda ezokwazi ukuthi siyaphuma e-UJ, siyaphuma e-UP, siyaphuma e-VUT, siyaphuma University of Northwest. We're going to build our own, and then they do it. Shem. Angnandaba, what color you are.
So now
they've built their own university academic. They've built their own technical college.
And we don't mind that.
And their technical college, TVET. I would advise anyone who's able to get in there. Obviously, you have to know Afrikaans, and they have a right to do that. It's their institution. Now you must know Tsonga. When you go there, true like it was in the olden days, you would get you would get a placement. You would get an actual placement. Companies come and actually recruit the students from there.
Same thing with TNG.
Which is what must happen, right?
Didn't you work at Transnet?
Your TVET colleges, the Transnet college.
You guys used to take people from TNG, everyone in-service training.
No, all the state companies had their own in-service training, which was actually certificated. When you left that job, that certificate you could use. It wasn't
even
just for fun.
My sister went to ESCOM college there by.
So this thing of trashing AfriForum. And trashing anything that is white. It really needs to come to an end, because it makes us look very stupid. Do you understand?
Aren't you saying that because you've got white ancestors?
Wow. No, I'm not. I'm saying that because I have a mathematical brain. I believe in anything that works. You're not going to be my best friend because you are black. You're not going to be my best friend because your surname is Mashego or Shilwane or Malapani. You are in my clan. You're not going to be my best friend because we belong to the same tribe. You're not going to, I don't have time for backwardness. You, my best friend, because we share values, because me and you have a value system that we can coexist with, because we build each other as friends, because we contribute to one another's development, because we make each other, I'm happy, you're happy, but when we come together, we are happier, because we respect one another's boundaries, etc., etc.
Again, I say, Nota, I don't know, my brother, how you kept your cool. I don't know how you kept your cool. Maybe a person should go to DJ Spoo's Hustler's Corner. What do you guys think? Do you think that King Said So should visit the Hustler's Corner? Maybe we should. Maybe I should make a call to the Grootman DJ Spoo. I've never met him actually. So if I go there, it will be the first time I meet DJ Spoo personally. A black person that says, I love AfriForum. Gives me that Penwell vibe. And many others, and many other idiots that went to Orania say, no, you know what, it's so beautiful in Orania. What they are doing is all right. Discrimination is beautiful. Racism is the best. It's fine. Let them lock everyone out. Let them racially profile people. It's okay. It's their land, black people. Oh, because he says no. Any Indota, when Indota is building something, Indota build their own. Utine Indota what? He says anginandaba nekala. Any man that builds something of their own, she does not care about color. The difference with what they are doing and what we are doing at Paseta is that we are fixing the historical disadvantages of our people. Our people are too far behind. We're not doing it for discrimination. We are trying to rectify the wrongs of our history. It's not discriminative or in any shape or form. If you want to learn Pan-Africanism, you're going to come and you're going to learn it. That's it. Whether you're Zulu, Xhosa, Indian, colored, or whatever the case can be, you're going to come and enjoy education that is going to teach the true spirit of Africanism in Paseta. So, they're building their own varsities where they have not yet built that varsity. They are still going to build it. So don't try to make it seem as if they have already done it already. Saying TVET, when they are done at TVET, you get placement. And Nota rightfully says so. No, my sister was placed. I'm one of those people that were placed also from the college that I was studying in, the Northern Cape FET College. After I finished my diploma there, I got placement. I mean, it's nothing special. The system must work and stop corruption. That's it. The problem with us is that we are being led by a government that produces people like Abu Usis Mandisa, weak-minded people. So this thing of trashing AfriForum and trashing white people, it must stop. It makes us look stupid. Trashing. Abantu, when you talk the truth and say, guys, we don't like what you guys have done in the history of our country. We don't like what you guys are doing currently. And we don't want you guys to feel like you are an outcast in our country. Can we please integrate with each other as South Africans, not only when the rugby is on, not only when the cricket is on, not only when it's sporting moment, but can we make sure that we get to a place where South Africans as a whole integrate? And in our integration, we don't want to forget that black people has suffered since 1652 and before that. Rightfully so, Mandisa, if you go and watch the full podcast, good luck if you go watch the entire thing. Rightfully so, saying we had the Portuguese visit here before 1652 and having wars and everything. So it did not start in 1652. It's just good because these ones were Dutch and now we were treating them special as if South Africa was discovered in 1652. And Nota is asking her, listen, are you saying that because you've got white ancestral lineage? And that is the problem I have with people like Awosis Mandisa who think they can speak for white people, who think that as a black person, when you favor AfriForum, when you favor their rubbish that they are doing, it means that white people will accept you. It's the same problem with colored people in our country. Colored people, you tell them, no, you are African. you are African. No, they don't want to hear that. By African, I mean black. They don't want to hear that. They can look as dark as you, have the same color of hair texture as you. They don't want to accept that they are black. Now, what do? They speak Afrikaans, a Dutch language. The language is from Dutch. Afrikaans was not formed in South Africa. Stop that rubbish. It's not true. It's Dutch. It's Dutch. They speak that language. And then they think that because they speak that language, they will be accepted. Why are they thinking that? It's because in the old apartheid years, when you spoke Afrikaans, you got rewarded. When you had an Afrikaans language, when you had an Afrikaans surname, the Dutch settlers rewarded you for that. That's why many of our ancestors has changed their surname. Luckily, they never got to a bloodline, but they go to many. If you live in Western Cape, Eastern Cape, and Northern Cape, you know what I'm talking about. You find people, Botsweni, their surnames are actually Api, direct translations. Bo Pukuje, their surnames is Jackals. What other names can I make? Bo Tree, Bo Siklari, their surnames will be translated into Booms or Boom, and so many other surnames. In the olden days, the apartheid days, excuse me, in the apartheid days, you were rewarded for speaking, and living the Afrikaans culture. You were rewarded immensely. You were not allowed to live in other places if you did not have that type. You were not even allowed to work in some jobs if you did not have an Afrikaans surname. So white colored people had that advantage over black people for a certain degree, and that's what made them think that they are better than African people. Then you have these ones. These ones, Abu Mandisa. Yo, what an embarrassment. What an embarrassment. So, and in this whole video, she actually said, no, white males treat black females better than you. I wonder who is she speaking about? I'm sure she's speaking about herself. Maybe she's got a white male that's treating her so good from her ancestral lineage. I don't know what she's talking about. There is no white male that is going to treat any queen in my life better than me. I worship the ground that my queens are walking on. Whether it's my sister, my mother, my wife, whatever. My colleagues, my friends, everything. I see an African queen as a goddess, and it's something that must be protected and cherished. You understand what I'm saying? But you know how these feminists, why do you think I must be protected? I can protect myself. I says, you don't need to do that. We got you. So, and she says, no, she's not reasoning like that because of her white lineage. She says, no, because I've got a mathematical mind. This is low joy. I believe in things that work. Yeah, things that work. That's the problem with having people with this mindset. And someone was saying, I was speaking to someone, said, King, we must have a businessman run the country. The country will improve so much. The economy will improve so much. Yeah. Which country are you trying to copy? Because you've got a unique situation in South Africa where a businessman is not going to address apartheid, the impact of apartheid. A businessman is going to ignore the history of this country. Understand? Even when you say let's employ on merit, let's employ on you will lock black people out. Black people are the most unemployed. Black people are the most impoverished. Black people are the ones that their language, their culture, and everything was stolen from them. We can't say that with other people. We can't say that about Indians. We can't in South Africa about Indians and Chinese. We can't. Some of the colors we can't even say that about them because even during apartheid they were treated better than African blacks. So that's the problem that we have here. So when then she started making comparison about the examples that she was making. I was like, let's stick to the topic. Don't come here and make examples about flowers and all of those stuff. You'll hear what this lady is saying. I was so disappointed. And again, I was like, we will never fix our historical problems. We'll always ignore them. Let's ignore what is happening in Alexandra. Let's just focus on the beauty of Sandton, and let's allow these black people to grow because the population is growing each and every month. And trouble and unled revolution is indeed looming on us. But let's continue to listen to what Mandisa is saying because now she's going to make example about species and all of those things. I respect Nota. I respect Nota more. Listen to this.
It's about time that we start to understand that it's not only human beings who come in different genealogy. The human race is made up of different species. Show me anything in nature that God made that doesn't have a species.
I've gotten in trouble.
So human beings, you see your racism, Nota. You see your racism, Nota.
I hear you.
You see your no, I know what you're in trouble for. No, but when I listened to that clip, and even I was a bit, okay. It's the way you said it.
Oh, okay.
The point is, everything in nature has a species, right?
Yeah.
Trees, even plants. Let's say roses. Let's just take roses. How many different types of roses do you know? Roses.
Let's
take dogs.
Icebergs.
Let's take cats.
The white ones. No?
Let's take bears. Let's take lions, cats.
I like teddy bears.
There's lions, there's cheetahs,
you
there's
can
leopards.
keep them in your bedroom.
Right?
And they won't eat you.
There's pandas. There's pandas in the bear world, right?
But,
Take the monkey world. I don't know what you call monkeys collectively.
Primates and
there's
apes.
There's that. Take rats. Even rabbits are rats, right?
Even hamsters.
So why is it that when human beings come in different species, if I can put it that way, I know it's a bad word. I mean, people who did biology and stuff will know.
I'm not a speciesist.
What's the right word for species?
So I don't believe that one is better than the other. I believe all should exist.
I'm not doing the better then.
Cool.
I'm not doing the better, because if we have to go better, then I told you already.
Okay,
I told you. Like, I will tell you who's better. If you want to do better, I'll tell you who's better.
I'm black.
I'll tell you who's better. I'll tell you who's better, and then you'll tell me it's because I have white lineage. I have white lineage on both sides. My grandfather maternally and my great-grandfather paternally are white, 100% white people, not a Makala, who had children with Africans. And then my grandmother came and my mother came. So I will never, ever berate white people. And that is why I'm not scared of white people.
Listen, I have debated many people on this issue of race, racism, discrimination, and all that. And I find that when people run out of points, valid points to make, they divert from the topic. Now, let us discuss roses. Humans are not the only ones who come in different species. Let's discuss that. Let's talk about roses, man. No, leave roses. Let's talk about cats and bears. Let's discuss something else. Yeah, the example does not come to a conclusion that will make a sense in the argument that we are having now. We're just discussing, not only humans have got different species. Yes, so what? Yes, so what's your point? So what's your point? There must be a species that dominates the other. Like she says, she will tell you with who's the best. And she did say that white people are better than black people. Yeah, man, it was better in apartheid. Yo, guys, I know. Let's talk about the different species. Let's not talk about the hanging of our people, the land grabs from our people, the cultural theft from our people. You know, let's not talk about bound to education. Let's not talk about the July unrest. King Shopville. Let's not talk any about that. That's in the past. Even though it's affecting you as a black person now. Let's talk about roses. Do you know the different types of roses? Hey guys, no. We've got a problem. And let me tell you, there's quite a few African brothers and sisters that reason like this. Quite a few. That think apartheid does not impact me anymore. Colonization is something that happened years ago. There's no impact right now. Nothing. Yeah. The USA is right, man. They must keep us in pocket. They must check us all the time. Yeah, man. Yeah, let them protect only Afrikaners. Yeah, they are getting there's a genocide on Afrikaans people. Yeah, in South Africa. Yeah, a black person reasoning like that. This is the type of rubbish that we need to get. Oh, Nkosiyam, who's going to save us from this type of mentality? Tell me if you want me to break down more of this empty teens that's making a lot. Banjalo. She feels like she's colored. I don't think even colored people will accept her with her grandfathers and grandmothers, white people. And you saw how she differentiated herself. She said, "Yeah, my grandparents are white, not colored." not colored. It's peace, exclusive white, better than colored. Oh, because I got a headache. I was like, yo, I wish I was there in that room. Begelo sesilo endaweni yakhe phele le ndaba ye respect. Asikazi ukuthuka kangaka bafethu. Rotoruha so. Yo. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We had a busy weekend. I think I told some of you that my best friend, his mother passed away, and is a Muslim, so we had to bury them. We buried her yesterday, and it was a new experience. It was the first time I go to an Islam funeral. Oh, traumatized bantu bamnyama. Aning preparanga. But anyway, we did lay her to rest. May her soul rest in peace. And thank you so much for the condolence messages that you guys have sent. If you want part 2, just write part 2. There's more clips that I see Teacher Spoo is dropping here. And I think I must visit Teacher Spoo. What do you guys think? Let's talk about that and much more. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.